Hey, are you looking for insane GFX like this, or even this? Then you must join GA GFXs, one of the best GFXs shop I've ordered from so far. And trust me, I've ordered a lot of GFX. They do really good GFXs for a really good price, so make sure to check them out. It's really worth it. Now back to the main video. Alright, what's up y'all? So today we're gonna do the spiking guide for VBA with my man Swan, 2 times ring winner, top 4 outside blocker, and much more. So let's get straight to it, yeah.
Alright, so first of all, spiking ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. But let's
Same with settings. Same with settings. Settings not for everybody as well.
Yeah. Alright, so first, spiking techniques. So you already know the different ways. There's a cut, you cut across the court. I think everybody knows that. You got the slam, you got it straight, and then you got a cut slam. Now, each of these all depend on how many blockers in your face or what height the set is at and all types of stuff. So I'm gonna go over each simple situation, right? If you have literally no blocker in front of you, you're gonna either slam the ball or straight. If you have no blocker in front of you. Now, if you have a receiver on your slam, aim straight. And if you got a receiver on your straight down. Now, if you have a blocker here covering that straight, you're gonna cut the ball like that. And you can either cut it sharp and pray that there isn't a receiver there, or you can cut slam it like this. But you can cut slam it like this, dodge that receiver right there, and dodge the blocker at the same time.
Thing is, you have to be aware. So things that you can do is you have to like every time you're in a rotation, your blocker is not gonna change. So like you can like see, oh yeah, this blocker is like jumping like for quicks. So I can be like, okay, I know that he jumps for broad outs, so I'm gonna spike against him like somewhere else, like a broad out. If I can call the broad out and I know he jumps, I can try to hit it early. You know, because I know that he's gonna be on my broad out. Like that's the things that you want to pay attention to, how they receive and how they block.
Alright, now to get into the nitty-gritty stuff, developing your play style, right? There's 2 ways you can play. You can flick, which means, you know, you're flicking your camera, you know, it keeps everybody like guessing, like where you're gonna aim, stuff like that. Now, the pros and cons of this are people don't know where you're gonna aim, but most of the time you might not even know where you're gonna aim, or you might aim into a receiver on accident because you can barely see your camera. Now, dragging is my personal type of play style, where you drag your mouse, nice, slow, and controlled, right? And you start looking straight. Now, a problem with this is people might be able to just adjust to you like that, but people, you know, you can aim better when you're dragging your mouse like that. Game way better, and you can delay it longer. Slam like that, keep them guessing, you know.
That's a really like important thing, because like if you want to be a more fast type of player, you can always like flick your mouse. And it's not that flicking is bad, it's just that like flicking is unreadable. But the thing is, sometimes it can like lead you into thinking, oh yeah, the flick is so free, I'm gonna just flick again. Like sometimes you have to like be really like fast to react to like a broad out. Like if you see a broad out, you see someone on your slam, it's really hard to like flick it. But like you don't want to flick it too early and get like someone like blocking the cut and your slam is free, but you cut it because you think he's on your cut, or you think he's on your slam. You don't want to do that.
Alright, now send me a medium, I can show the difference, right? So here's flicking like that.
It's kind of slow too.
But the thing is, sometimes it can be slow. Like sometimes you just like, you see, like, hold on, give me a medium real quick, son. Like if you flick last second, then it's slow. But if you flick like a little bit earlier, like it goes like a little bit faster.
All right, now I'm still dragging.
Alright. It's like, yeah. Dragging takes your time on aiming. My bad. Dragging takes your time on aiming, and dragging just is better. And yo, you gonna tell about the instas and the slides?
Oh yeah. All right. So the conditions for sliding the ball is if your middle blocker on the other side jumps for 8, which means that they're not gonna have time to get down, receive the ball, or not have time to jump or anything else. So only slide if you see the middle, or even the other side jumping for it. So set medium to the right. This is how a slide would look like that. You can like cut your slides, all that like this.
Oh, Eddie, switch up your blocking. And sometimes you jump for 8, but sometimes you don't.
Okay, like this, and then the slide is free right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm right there, then okay, yeah.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
Yeah, jump again.
If I'm like right there.
Don't jump. Let's say don't jump, the delay will be free, and then Swan decoys the slide. And when you decoy a slide, decoying a slide is key too. Because sometimes the outside blocker will see that you're going for the slide, and it'll try to jump for your quick sometimes. And that will leave your spiker free, you know? Because if you jump for the slide, no matter what, or sometimes your setters sometimes don't call sides, and they sometimes just say medium. On those, you have to be prepared for instinct too. So Swan. Yeah, so you insert. Yeah, just jump early and hit it, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
To keep. Yeah.
Oh, jump for the 8.
Yep. See, if you don't jump, then he does the insta, and then he can drag or slam. He can do whatever he wants. But if you jump for ape, he can just do that. Yeah. Alright, so what is that it?
Spiker decoy, self decoy.
Okay.
Alright, so.
Wait. Did we go, wait, are we still in technique for spiking?
Technique.
Okay, I'll just cut that part of me saying that. Alright.
So now basically, another technique that you want to do is self decoys. So basically, when a setter calls a medium to your side, self decoy, he jumps for ape, he goes around and he hits it again. And you can do this on sprint mediums too. So now I'm gonna set a sprint medium. You see him doing that, going around and hitting it again. This works a lot because this is gonna show that you're outside blocker, that you're aping, but you go back out and then you hit the ball again. This takes a lot of timing and it takes a lot of sprint. You have to learn how to time it well. And when you time it well, it's perfect for your spiking, and it leaves the middle blocker clueless and the outside blocker clueless. And basically, you can self decoy on broad ends too, but it's really risky. It's really risky on doing it. But if you want to be a little bit flashy, self decoys on broad ends are really cool too. So what is that? Everything?
Yeah.
Is there any more techniques?
Yeah. Alright, now, spiker apes, right? Now, as a spiker, what you should be really aping is cutting the ball. Slamming the ball on apes should barely be for you unless you're doing some type of play. What you want to do is you want to cut on the outsides or hit the middle left and middle right spot, right? So, boom. Yeah. What you want to do to make it not obvious is you want to broad into the ball. You want to broad into the ball. If you're a spiker guessing. And
you want to come inside.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to cut the ball probably as sharp as possible, so you don't hit the corner, you don't hit a receiver. Right,
and other apes that you can do are the BC too. I think BCs are really good as a spiker too. You can come out of nowhere, you can aim at BC, and if the middle blocker jumps straight, Like he'll almost block it, but like he won't block it for 2 sides confirmed. You know what I mean?
No.
So you can ape those. You can middle right, middle left, cut right, and I think slams are good too. Because if you brought it and you see that the center is not jumping for anything and he's read blocking, sometimes you can throw him off by slamming on them. I think that's good too.
Alright. Now I don't recommend like aping top left and top right as a spiker because the libros is hungry and they gonna see that ball just going some real slow
real hungry.
Get it. They gonna get it. So be careful, be worried with that. And as a spiker, you wanna consider your kill rate. And you might be lucky if they have no libero, but like nowadays, every team has like a decent libero, and they're gonna get that top left or top right. They might even just camp there for fun. So be careful about that.
Another thing that you need to know is spiker decoys as well. So like if you decoy an ape, like if the center calls a V1 that's not on your side, you can be like you can decoy an ape, like decoy every squad. Like if you decoy it, like
decoying is so like essential. Yeah, it's so essential. Like being a spiker, if you're able to decoy and throw off people and make like your team score the ball, like that's not like decoying isn't the only, spiking is the only thing a spiker should do. So you should be able to decoy if you're able to block all types of things.
Yeah, so like if you want to if you're a center, for instance, let's say that's in a medium, you can self decoy, or if it's in a medium to the right, you can decoy a slide. That's mostly what you want to do on mediums, and then. On broad ends, if it's not to your side, you want to decoy like an ape. And then if it's to your side, you can self-decoy sometimes. Like, you can self-decoy sometimes, but it's not recommended because sometimes the receiver's not like that. But it's like here, it's like a little bit harder to do, you see? It's like a little bit harder to do on those type of receives. But like, yeah, mostly decoys are everything. And for broad outs, decoys are good. But the thing is, you don't want to be too obvious, and you don't want to jump too early to make it seem like how I said in like the first half, where I was like, oh yeah, spikers are sometimes like so obvious with their decoys, and I just know it's not going to them. You don't want to be one of those spikers. So yeah, is that it for the spiker apes? All right, that's it for the spiker apes. All right, so Swat is gone. He has to go eat dinner, so I'm gonna do a blocking part for him and the game IQ. So basically, as a blocker, you want to stay with your spiker. You want to look at him, you want to see how he's moving, you want to see where he's moving, and you want to just follow your spiker. But you don't want to always follow your spiker. You want to keep your eyes on their whole court. So basically, let's say they have like a spiker like this that's like aiming on your side. If you see him aiming on your side and he might ape, you want to react to it. You want to be like, oh shit, he's aping, and you want to jump last second. As an EU spiker, you literally cannot do like anything against that. Or some people that I know, they drop back, like they drop back here, and then they jump last second, right? So it's like 4.2 in BVL. It's like 4.2 in BVL receiving, right?
And then they.
But the thing is, on this game, you can jump mad fast. So like, if you see, oh yeah, no ape, you can jump right away. But the thing is, on those, sometimes you're like forced to jump for a medium or you're forced to jump for a broad out because like you can't sell because you're too focused on them aping. So I would just recommend you starting off a little bit angled like this. You start off a little bit angled like this, holding your bump out, so you can like jump for them if they ape on your side. Or you see no apes, go directly like this. Go directly like this, so you can get the broad out, you get a broad in, you get a V1, and you can like signal late for the medium. And for blocking, you want to see what their center is mostly setting to. You want to pay attention to his pattern, and you want to mostly just follow your spiker. And sometimes for a spiker that's blocking, I don't really pay attention to my center and see how he's blocking and see like what he covers and stuff. So I don't have to worry about a broad in, because if I see my centers perfectly blocking broad ins, I can play a little bit more outside, so I have more coverage on the cut, the broad out, and the medium. So yeah, I think that's it for blocking. Alright, for the last and final part for the best VBA tutorial.
Yeah!
Alright, so yeah, you gotta insert something there. Alright, so basically for the game IQ, you wanna So basically for the game IQ, it's just like your IQ as a spiker. Let's say you jump for a quick for your spiker, but he's not getting the ball, and the center sets a medium to the other spiker. You want to drop back, making sure that you cover for his cut, because the only way the cut is going to be covered is if the other spiker that's like doing nothing with the play covers. Or sometimes you can block like this because the glide speed is really fast in this game. It can be like, you can glide like that sometimes, but that's really risky because sometimes he will waterfall you, or he'll aim on your side a little bit late because you're guaranteed to be a little bit late to that. And basically for game IQ, you just gotta know everything. Like the center, you gotta know what the other center is doing, like on how he blocks and how he sets. If he sets more mediums on rallies, like you want to see what he sets on rallies. Like for some people, setters only set broad outs on rallies because they don't know what else to set and they like start like getting nervous. Or some people only set mediums on rallies because they get nervous and they only set mediums. If you want to be aware of what to do, aware of when they're gonna ape, you have to be aware of when it's a double touch. They have to ape. You want to make sure that you're blocking. You want to make sure on a free medium, you angle a little bit towards the inside so you don't get wiped. Because sometimes what good spikers will do, they'll try to wipe you. They'll try to like side wipe you because in this game you can't upwards wipe. So they'll try to side wipe you and like they'll try to side wipe you like this. And you cut that off completely just blocking. But if you block normally, this will happen to you if they see that, and you'll get put on a highlight reel. So you don't want to do that. You know, you want to stay away from getting embarrassed. You want to just focus on your game IQ. But yeah, so this is TNX and Swan for the Spike Geek and setting tutorial, and see ya.